What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to today's transfer news roundup. I just want to give you guys a quick heads up to a slight scheduling change with the way we make our content. So now what we're going to do each day is 4 p.m. We'll have our first live show of the day from 4 to about 5 p.m. 6 to 6:30 we'll drop out a video, and then 8:30 we're going to be going live again for what will be the transfer live show, and then about midday you'll get a clips video each day as well. So 4 bits of content we're going to be putting out every day that I just wanted to let you guys know about. And also we now have an Anfield Agenda clips channel, so if you'd like to see some outtakes, some funnier moments, or just me messing up, do search Anfield Agenda clips and you'll be able to give a sub. You'll know it's our channel because it's a reverse of our logo. It's white with a red Anfield Agenda logo, so do search it. I'm sure the link will be in the description as well. So look, to get straight into today, I guess I have to start off with the update about Trent Alexander-Arnold. He did hyperextend his knee, and Pep Linders in his press conference ahead of the Carabao Cup semi-final said that he's going to be out, and we're looking at a period of about 3 weeks, which sounds bad, but on the face of it, it means that we play tomorrow against Fulham, and then we're off for 11 days, so he will miss Chelsea. He will miss the second leg of the League Cup. I think he'll maybe miss Bournemouth, but I don't think, at least I think he should be back for the Arsenal game. Don't quote me on that, but going on this time frame, it kind of fits in that he might be back for the Arsenal game on the 4th of February. So, not great news about Trent. We got an update by Chechic and Thiago as well. They're both going to be back training next month. And other than that, it's Robertson, Costas, Matip, the other injuries that we know about. Fullbacks on the left side, Robertson and Costas, probably latter part of January. But look, we're not here to talk about news now. We're here to talk about transfer stories. And the one that caught my eye today, and don't hate me for this because I don't write these stories, but I'm damned if I'm not going to talk about them, is a headline that says, Liverpool long for Mbappe. The report says that according to Mundo Deportivo, who are reporting that the Reds would give him the king's throne at the club, and they said that in the report, Salah's time at Anfield could come to an end after this season, and that Jurgen Klopp may look to replace him with Kylian Mbappe. Now, you guys will know, of course, Kylian Mbappe's mum is a self-confessed Liverpool fan. You'll also know, or perhaps you don't, but I've told the live streams that Liverpool have been talking with Mbappe's family for 5 or 6 years. John W. Henry flew him and his family around, I think it was Nice or Marseille or somewhere like that, maybe Monaco, on his private jet, trying to convince him to join Liverpool before he went from Monaco to PSG. So, if Real Madrid doesn't pan out, for whatever reason, and there's also talk today that Real Madrid are looking at the Haaland situation, knowing that there's a buyout clause in his contract at Manchester City, so maybe they do look away from Mbappe. There's another article today that said that the package on offer to Kylian Mbappe is significantly less than the previous package that was on offer to him from Real Madrid. So all of these things, and then the few bits and pieces about, you know, his entourage or his family feeling like they're being a little bit too pushy, Madrid, over these things. I don't know how it all pans out, but I do love that it's Madrid, then Liverpool, and then everybody else. Got to make you feel good, right? I know, we're not allowed to dream, I know. But it makes me feel good to know that we're that highly thought of by him and his family that if it didn't work out for Madrid, we are actually a viable option for him. And that makes me smile. So if nothing else comes from the whole Mbappe saga, just the fact that we're up there and genuine contenders does make me smile a bit. Now you might argue and say, Craig, we're not genuine contenders, but I think we are to some extent. Right, moving on to other transfer stories. By Chechic and Thiago, we spoke about, both back next month according to Linders. Virgil van Dijk, good news on him. He's back training and he will be available for the game against Fulham tomorrow. Good update there. Pep Linders was also talking about Connor Bradley and Bobby Clark, saying that they aren't both brought back in for cover. They're both back in to be part of the first team squad and that they will be in contention for games moving forward. A little bit of news on Jordan Henderson as well. Fabrizio Romano had an exclusive on this. He said Ajax are showing concrete interest in signing Jordan Henderson in case he'll get the green light to leave El Ettifaq in the January transfer window. There are several clubs keen on him, waiting for Saudi club decision, but Henderson is looking at options and Ajax are there. The reason that he's probably going to look for options outside of the UK is the tax implications. From what I'm able to gather, if he came back from Saudi Arabia, he'd owe HMRC about 3 million in taxes because he wasn't out of the country for a year. It needs to be 12 months or more, and then the tax situation changes. So if he goes to Ajax, maybe that allows him to finish the season, then come back to the UK and not have to pony up all that dough in tax. So we've also seen that he was offering himself apparently to Bayern Munich and Leverkusen. Leverkusen distanced themselves from being interested, so maybe Ajax is a good fit. They're having a bit of a messy season. So another story about Kylian Mbappe, again, don't hate me, comes from Mundo Deportivo, who say Kylian Mbappe might find it hard to shine at Real Madrid as the main star with Bellingham and Vinicius Jr., while at Liverpool, he'll get the keys to the throne as Mohamed Salah will likely leave in the upcoming season or two. Firstly, you don't need keys for a throne, lads. What you're looking for was keys to the kingdom. You're welcome. But journalistic nonsense aside, it does, like, understandably make some sense that he could be the superstar at Liverpool longer term. Because whatever happens with Mo, be it a year or 2 years or whatever, longer term, 25-year-old Kylian Mbappe, if he came in and he stayed for 3 years, you could sell him and make a lot of money. So those who tell you not to dream, don't mind them. Dream. Don't expect it, but dream. You never know in football. And if ever there was a time that it was possible for Liverpool to really go after Mbappe, it's now, when he could sign a pre-contract agreement. And yes, there would be a huge signing on fee, and yes, there would be significant wages, but there'd be no transfer fee. And that can't be ignored in this scenario, because Nike could get involved, LeBron could get involved. You know, it could be made potentially doable. Now, the last story that I have for you guys today, before we go live tonight, we'll have more information, is a link that said Liverpool are looking at a Sporting Lisbon centre-back, but not the one you're thinking of. You're thinking Gonzalo Inacio. So did I when I initially read the story. But this piece goes on to say it's Ousmane Diomande who've been linked with a move to Liverpool. So he's currently away at the AFCON with the Ivory Coast. He's contracted, I think, for another few years, but he's got a buyout clause of £69 million, which would, I guess, be about €80 million. So it looks like if you want a centre-back from Sporting Lisbon, your two options are Diomande or Inacio, and you're looking at, what, €60 million versus €80 million. I'd go for Inacio because I think we need that side, but let's wait and see what happens. £69 million seems a lot of money for a 20-year-old, but maybe he is that much of a talent. I don't know. So that is where we're at with regards to the updates on injuries, transfer stories, and everything else. Just a reminder that we will be live at 8:30 tonight, but if you can't join us for that, tomorrow we'll be starting our watch along from 7 p.m. for the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. Liverpool at home against Marco Silva's Fulham. A game that leaves us, potentially then 90 minutes away from a League Cup final at Wembley. Hope you can join us for it. We'll have our usual watch along, match reaction, player ratings video, fan reaction show, and everything else that you would expect. Thank you again for all of your support. We are really trying our best to get the 250,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And don't forget, 4 p.m. live shows, 6:30 video, 8:30 live show again, and 12 p.m. or afternoon we'll have an update clips video as well. Thank you for your time, my friends. I'll see you tonight. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.